This puppy going. Give me a secundo. All right. So if you have any questions, I always say feel free to interrupt. I'm a Philly girl, and getting interrupted does not bother me by any means. Um, all right. We are here to talk about how to rock out an opt-in freebie and build your list. And I do think I'm going to be joined by Michelle. I just have to see her pop up, or maybe she will Skype me or text me and tell me she's here. um, but if not, it's all good because this is part of what I learned, which is how to really build my business. And the reason I wanted to do this, and the reason I love actually doing these interactive ones, is because in the beginning of my business, I did not have money for a VA, a virtual assistant. I actually didn't even know that they existed. Um, it was me, myself, and Irene. And honestly, my two kids, hold on. It was my two kids. Oops, bear with me. Michelle, I think you've got to give me back actually access. I think I made you a presenter by accident. Um, but it was my two children and myself um, on on the floor. And the one thing that I had to really learn was how to build my business by myself. Like I said, I didn't even know, to be honest, that a virtual assistant even existed, and I didn't have the money. So most of you on this phone call are solo entrepreneurs, whether it's by choice or you're in the beginning of building your business. Or you're an existing, coach, or you want to be a coach, or maybe you want to just leverage your business and take it to the next level. The lifeline, the blood, the vitality of your business is going to be an opt-in freebie, no matter what. So in the beginning of my business, I had no idea how to make these gorgeous PDFs. I stunk at Word. The only thing I knew how to do was to, put words on a Word document, but I didn't have those talents to make, a front cover nice. I didn't know PicMonkey, Canva, or anything of that nature. And so I had to really learn how to do it myself. So, today I am a health coach. I'm a detox specialist. I'm a business coach. Um, I am a six-figure business owner. And I say that because it is possible to do this as a health coach. I do create done-for-you programs, but they are not the whole vitality of my business. Oh, good. Now we can actually, thank you, Michelle. Now we can actually, can everyone see my screen? Um, I had a little technical issue. Sometimes stuff happens, but just raise your hand or tell me if you can see my screen. Um, so it's not just my entire business is creating done-for-you programs. It's a part of it, and it only birthed naturally because I started to really figure out a system. I had zero people in the beginning of my career on a list. I had no idea how to create an opt-in freebie or to make one, and so I created YouTube videos. And those YouTube videos, I was able, though, to connect them to a list. So if you're not connecting things to a list, you're not grabbing emails. And Michelle and I will even, we talk about this every day. Michelle, are you on mute, or can I hear you?
I think you can hear
Oh,
me.
perfect. Okay. Awesome. I love hearing you. Not that we don't talk 50 times a day. Um, but Michelle and I talk about this all the time, that in the beginning of my list, I made the grave mistake. And if you're a health coach doing this right now, stop, collaborate, and listen. Stop, drop roll, whatever you want to say, which is that you have to not just build your list, which is the mistake that I made. I built, but I never thought about the follow up. I never thought about how to actually warm up my community, how to really speak to them, everything. So, your opt-in freebie is very important, but also your follow-up, because it isn't just the opt-in freebie on your site. So yes, it's very essential that, yes, you want to have a website. If you don't have a website and you're a new coach, or that's in the process of being built or transferred, and I'll show you even Facebook in a few minutes when we get into that, put your opt-in freebie right on Facebook and have a sign up button right there. You can do that on a business page. It takes you all of a second. You can even right now, actually, let me just go right here. Oops. Go right here to Facebook. That's my sister and my little nephew. Even right here, Facebook is now giving you the option to edit these buttons. Each one of these buttons, when you click on it, it takes that person, you're driving that person. So anytime you're thinking about an opt-in freebie, all you're thinking is opting in to get their email for something significant so that you can follow up with them. So if you're a coach, I've created this new awesome Facebook group, but there's a picture. So that would be essentially you opting in. Or you can, grab my different opt-in freebies at Health Coach Biz. Another opportunity right here is launch your business free giveaway. When you click on this, you are being taken to a page that has a free giveaway. So the whole thing is that you want to be giving great value. In today's market, and Michelle and I talk about this all the time, people are inundated, with so much information that you want to give really great content. You want to give free content constantly. That's why I encourage you to blog. I encourage you to have your opt-in freebie. If you don't have a business page, put it right here. If you have your business page, and I'll just actually show you this right now. One is make your banner, and we talk about this all the time. This could say, click here to get my opt-in freebie. Make this in Canva, make this in PicMonkey, because if I click on it, there, you can have all of your information right there. It's just a way to drive people. But right here, here's a sign up button. So if you don't have a site, or if your site is being worked on, and I hear people say this all the time to me, Rach, can I sell a program without having a site? Rach, can I get an opt-in freebie up without having, a place to host it? Rach, what do I do? And I talk to coaches all the time who are in the same position that I was. I was building, Wix websites, Weebly. I was doing all of those things. Same thing as you, trying to just get people to opt in, getting myself a more attractive site when I didn't have the money to do it. But right here, you can choose, and you can actually do this if you have a program you want to sell. If you have, you can edit that action to call button right here. So, if people say to me, can I sell a program on Facebook? Yeah, you can make a whole Facebook business page that even says like winter Valentine's cleanse, and have a whole page, edit the call to action button to say, buy now. Oops, sorry, went into spiritual entrepreneurs. Sorry, I know that makes people crazy. But all you have to do is when I hit sign up right there, it will actually take me right to my sign up place for my opt-in freebies. So that's number one with your opt-in freebie. Number two is you want to make sure, and I'll just keep it in this, that you have your e-newsletter service. Some people use Aweber. Some people use MailChimp, Mad Mimi. I like using MailChimp. It's easy. I started with Constant Contact. They've grown to be more efficient with list building and follow-up and automation. But I would say MailChimp is pretty easy and the thing that we're actually going to go over today. Your opt-in freebie, this is the gem that leads people to your office to get to know you. Your opt-in freebie could be an MP3. It could be an audio. It could be YouTube videos. It could be a series of YouTube videos. It can be an opt-in freebie like one of the ones that I'm going to show you today in PDF form. But it's really the gateway, the doorkeeper, the opening, sliding glass door that says, hey, this is what I'm about. It's important for social media. It's important for your marketing. It's also great for blogs and content and also leading people to your program. It doesn't mean that on that opt-in freebie, you have to say, boom, sign up for my one-on-one coaching or sign up for this retreat or this event. You can have that in the follow-up letter 3 days after, 7 days after. So list building, why are we here today? We're going to look at an example of an opt-in freebie and how to set it up and the purpose of your free gift. Like I said, for many of you, whether you're doing MLMs, whether you're selling programs, product, one-on-one services, online or offline, and there needs to be a healthy balance of all of it, your opt-in freebie is essential because, again, you can have a business that thrives on 40 people if you're really massaging those 40 people. But if you have a conversion rate of 3%, imagine if you're building your list and you get 400 people to sign up for an opt-in freebie, or 100 people, or even 50 people. Think about the conversion rate to a health history to your work with me, whether you do a single session, a 1 month, a 3 or 6 month, each one of you. Make sure that you have that follow-up email or really a sales funnel. Coaches that I work with, their opt-in freebie isn't just maybe leading them with one follow-up. It's a sales funnel that's leading them with different pain points. So think tonight about your niche. What is their pain point? And when somebody said to me, what do you mean, Rach? What is a pain point? It is that wake-up problem that your potential client or client is having. So for me with digestion issues, and I had clients today, new clients who have, one had Hashimoto's, another one had an autoimmune, and what I call the freaky autoimmune like mine, where nobody can really put all the pieces together in my office today. And, I had to sit there and think, not just what this person's pain points, I got to listen to the pain points. And ironically, they're my own pain points. One day you feel great. One day you're a little zonked. Stress levels affect that. Gut issues, hormones, everything. So think about, is it busy moms that you're working with? People with, vitality issues and energy. And that's not even enough of a pain point. What is the pain point when you have energy issues? And this should be in your opt-in freebie or your follow-up, that they don't have enough energy to play with their kids. They don't have enough energy to have, great sex with their partner. They don't have enough energy to wake up in the morning without 7, lattes from Starbucks. What are the pain points? How it is affecting their life? That's what Tony Robbins always says. Tony Robbins always says, in order to change, you really have to get clear on what are you going to lose out in your life. So really, your opt-in freebie turns into the very lifeline that you are communicating to your clients. So whether it's a smoothie or a juice cleanse or a reset or whatever your opt-in freebie is, it's what you put in that, but it's really also your follow-up. Would you agree, Michelle?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the follow-up is extremely important for building relationship and to getting them, interested into staying on your list.
Well, and that's even a great point. I mean, we always say, like, not only staying on your list, but, a lot of people, they get scared when they go into sell mode. In sell mode, a lot of our clients are not used to that. How many of you on this phone call start selling and you have people unsubscribe? Number one, don't be scared of that. That is the biggest thing that I wish somebody would have told me, because it would have saved me, 25 bathroom trips and ulcerative colitis probably in the first few years of my business, because it's okay if somebody unsubscribes. They may not be used to you selling and saying, you know what, here, I want you to join this program, or here, I'm going to give you, this free gift and an opportunity to come to this webinar. That's okay. They shouldn't be on your list. But you also want to train people to know that you may be selling something, and also know that you're going to give them really great content. And not overwhelming them with so many emails in the follow-up so that they don't unsubscribe. Lisa Consiglio, one of my good friends, I've also interviewed her, and I think that she's built her business in such a beautiful and organic way. She started with a detox. She realized she loved the detox. She was having great success with that. She offers, and I truly encourage you also to sign up for people's opt-ins. See what their marketing's like. See how often you get an email. See what their follow-up is like. If you see, and I'll talk about this in a second, is you will see that her opt-in is in the correct placement. It's at that top, break header. Often you'll also see it in the bottom right. Sometimes you'll see it on the bottom page as well. It should also be on your Work With Me page. There should be a place. There should also be a place even on your About Me. People need to see your opt-in in a few different places, and it's very clear. Here, you're telling, here's your starter kit. Give me it. Grab it now. And ironically, as you see, she has one right here and then another right here, boom, showing a picture of it. So a lot of you always ask about ebook covers. What do I do with a 3D ebook cover? The whole idea is that you're marketing this not only on your website, but on your blog. People are very visual people. It's why Instagram, I believe, is viral. Pinterest. We love to see things, pictures. So where to market your opt-in freebie? Facebook business pages, create events, Instagram. Become also part of groups. I think groups on Facebook is wonderful. I also think going offline. I talk about going offline constantly for people because we are so, again, inundated with this online. And the beginning and the foundation of my business was going, and I actually had flyers, old school flyers with those little call me or grab my ebook here, and you could actually pull them. And I sat with my kids cutting them, but put up flyers at the local coffee shop, at, if your kids go to gymnastics, places and tumbling, put them up. Gymboree, a lot of those have boards. Wherever you see a place that you can market yourself, that's where you want to market your opt-in freebie. And again, that could be on a flyer. It could also be online, Google Plus, your website, Eventbrite. You can even on Periscope. You can even do a whole Periscope and actually flip your screen around and show your computer. You could do this on Blab. You can do it on Snapchat. I think that there's not one excuse for anybody to not be marketing their opt-in freebie and getting people to sign up. You can do a whole YouTube or Vimeo just on signing up for your opt-in freebie. Opt-in freebie tips. Make sure you're sharing a link of your opt-in freebie with the pain points. How many of you can raise your hand or ask a question, how many of you say, sign up for my opt-in freebie, grab this e-guide, and not many people sign up? Maybe you're really lucky and you get a shitload of people. Great, I want to be you. That would be wonderful. But I have found in my experience, and many of the coaches that I've worked with and thousands that I've seen in forums that I've worked with, is that people will only sign up for something if you've hit their heart, meaning you've attached something. You've said, how many times have you put on a dress and it's not fitting, and you just don't like what you look like in the mirror, and you're feeling, uncomfortable? Here, don't worry. I have this great free guide for you. Click here. Is that different from me saying, sign up for this free guide? If you're raising your hand in your house, I probably will see it, because I'm raising my hand in my office right now. When you say sign up for my free smoothie guide, and I just said to Michelle today, I said, oh my God, Kimberly Schneider is doing a 14-day smoothie, a smoothie, challenge. But she shared this amazing, beautiful story about her life and how smoothies changed her life and helped her health and how it's changed the lives of everyone she's come into contact. What happened? It hit my heart. Now, if I just got something that said sign up for my smoothie challenge via email or on Facebook, would I click? The answer is no. Maybe if it's really cool and I love the person, I've been following them for a long time, but probably not. But when you touch on my heart or you give me a fact, hey, you need to consume this because we have 600% more cars on the road than 1950. Why do we have more? And I talked to my own doctor today and I said, oh my God, I've got to go get, my boobs checked for freaking cancer because I have another client who walked in my door who is 32 and has breast cancer. She said, you know what, Rach? I've had 4 this week under the age of 30. And I literally started to have tears today on my couch in my office come down because I said, what the hell is going on? Just toxins. So why do we need smoothies? Why do we need juices? Why do we need clean eating programs? Why do we need to empower our clients and our people with these opportunities? But how do they find out our message? Our opt-in. But make sure that your message is clear, it's aligned with your mission, and it's niche specific. Now, you can have niches and sub niches. It doesn't mean you need to say, I only work with people who have autoimmune. Well, underneath that are 25,000 sub niches. Figure out what your community needs to hear. Make sure you're getting clicks to your website. Get your opt-in not just on Pinterest. I made this mistake many times. Don't just upload that to Pinterest. Make sure that you have it coming from your website so that when somebody clicks on that cool ass picture on Pinterest and switch it out, test this out, be a tester. And Michelle and I always talk about this all the time. Don't just put a 3D opt-in book. Don't just put a recap of you doing, an opt-in, that is maybe just a picture. Test it out and see, does somebody like to see a picture of you? Does somebody like to see a picture of the opt-in 3D book? Does somebody like to see a picture of the actual food? But test it all out and have it also coming for your website. So they're clicking to your website. Share your opt-in under that pain post, like I said. Share your opt-in under a blog post. How many times have you done a blog post and you didn't bring them anywhere? It doesn't mean every blog post has to be bringing them somewhere, but think, don't just be in reaction mode. You're an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You may be in a heart-based business, which is a health coach, but unless somebody is paying your bills, you need to think like an entrepreneur. And that means that you need to strategically in your mind say, if I am somebody coming to my site, what is my experience? And what am I going to get in follow-up? And how often? And so under that blog post, as you share about maybe a recipe because you're on the go, or you share about your favorite XYZ, why not have them right underneath? Say, you know what? Just like I hosted a challenge this last week. Hey, sign up for 5 free days of really healthy meals that are grain-free, paleo-friendly, and detox approved. Join me. Because you know what? Those X amount of people that signed up for that, I get to now communicate with them over the next 7 days and lead them to my detox or to one-on-one coaching. I really love one-on-one coaching. So I'll lead them to both opportunities. Make sure you have a banner showcasing your opt-in freebie. I see this all the time. If you love dogs, that's fine. There's no reason that the dog needs to be at your top banner. Make that, and switch it out all the time. See what works for your community. You can make this in Canva, PicMonkey. You don't need to be a pro. Luckily, in the last few years, they've made it easy for us because I know, and Michelle knows, when we price out, graphic designers, sometimes we're just blown away. An ebook cover being $300. Like, what? $300 for making an ebook with, 30 pages and a cover? Say what? Or a banner, for, $100. So, get empowered, guys, like, and have fun with it, because this is when you get empowered and you do all these things, this is when you get to test out your market. Like I said, this is also when you're going to get likes when you change out that banner. If you want to also put your opt-in, Leadpages has a great conversion rate. And Michelle and I were talking about this today, because some of the top people who can clearly afford to be, just building out extra pages on their site are using Leadpages. And I think I saw today that monthly is around 25 if you buy for the year. If you don't use it, by all means, don't buy it. It's an extra, it's an extra bill. You can use Eventbrite, but you want to make sure that they're clicking, or just use a blog. And I'm going to actually show you that soon. Ways to grow your email list. Add opt-in forms to the right places. Top of the sidebar, top of pages, on the About Me page. We just covered this. Eliminate clutter. And I know I have to do this. I just detoxed my contact list. I have to do it a lot more on Facebook. Detoxed a bunch of things in my business, in my life, emotionally, personally, spiritually. And now it's time to detox my site. Because if you have too much going on, it will confuse your clients. So how many of you are offering like 7 programs? Sometimes it's best to actually say, what's my signature program? And talk on the health history about the other opportunities. You can have programs. It doesn't mean you have to be launching them all at the same time on your site. Too many sign-up forms, too many things happening. I used to have be a health coach on my site. I used to have be this, do this. And I started just pulling away boxes because it's just too much. You want to think of a client, a potential client, almost like a horse in a race with blinders. What do you want them to focus on when they're coming to your site? And what, again, is that customer experience? You need to be enticing your list. You need to have an enticing list builder to offer your client. Rotate your opt-in freebies. If you have the same people coming to your site, they're not going to come anymore. So, people always laugh as we're moving to Infusionsoft right now. And it hasn't been the softest experience because I have so many opt-in freebies. And they almost had a heart attack, the people who we work with. And they were like, oh my God, we've never seen this. But the way that I built my list from zero, literally zero, to over 20,000 is because I would sit there in the morning, and I'm going to show you this soon, and I would say, this handout from Revitalize, from the 28-day program, this would be a great handout. Let me, in 15 minutes, put this on a list, and let me get this out. And one Drink Me Skinny handout turned into like, I forget, I either built that by like 150 or 200. Then I would rename it. Then I would put it in another list. And I would say, well, if I name this differently, who's going to sign up? And this is how, when people interview me for like branding and all that, I didn't hire anybody. And I think Michelle is a lot the same, which is why we get along so well, is that we just studied what worked over and over. What were people grabbing at? So always peak new interest on your site. And so this is why I want to take you, and Michelle's actually, I'm going to show you the easy way. Michelle is going to show you the more difficult way. So in the morning, this is what I would do. I would go here, I would say, and we'll just call this test rock it out like a rock star. Opt-in. So, and this would be me sitting before, and everyone knows this. My kids have to get dressed at 7 o'clock. So I usually wake around 5, and I would just be doing this in the morning. And I would say, okay, there we go. Boom, from Rachel Feldman. Now, the easy thing is if you have a list already, you can just go into replication mode, which is the easiest. So let's just go grain-free Thanksgiving. Very easy. I don't like to give people my address, so I do 441 in Glades Road, although this will be live on YouTube, so somebody will have my address. It'd be good if my dyslexia didn't show up in 15,000 different ways. Put in your phone number. That is going to be your list. If you have existing lists, boom, all you have to do, like that list for Grain-Free Thanksgiving, all I would have had to do is go in and hit replicate. And I'm going to show you that in a second. Choose what you want. Daily summary. If you don't want any of them, just hit save. Then you go to sign up form. I hit general form. We're not talking about embedded. We're not talking about pop-up. We're talking Facebook simple promotion and also being able to put this on a blog. You go into the sign up form. Oops, sorry. Go into sign up form. You can keep, just the text right there. You can make it a little nicer if you want. Cosmic Sans, or you could actually put in an image if you so want. And let's just put in this one. This was actually, so it will be width is always 600. Let's just bring it down to 200 so we don't hurt the eyes of everyone. Save and close. And if I want, I can say right here next to it, just so you can see, download this awesome free guide. We'll just say, and make Thanksgiving, even though we know it's not, grain-free. Save and close. That's what's coming in. And again, we can go back and make it a little prettier, and you can do all that here. You can design it, blah, 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 blah. Right here is the link. Important. This is the link for Facebook. This is the link for a hyperlink, not HTML. That is a different one. That's the embedded form. But this is a link that you share on Facebook. You can link it on a blog, and I'm going to show you. You can also put this into Bitly, bitly.com, if you want to customize that link. I then am going to go to a thank you page, a confirmation thank you page. And then right here, I would say, I am so excited. And let's just pretend I'm not actually typing. I would say, I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me at Rachel's Wellness. I want to invite you to all the great places, that I share health and wellness tips. Number one, join my community at Rachel's Wellness. Here's my Facebook page. Number two, and what you can do is say this. Let's just even take this. So we can say, one, join my Facebook page, and I will share tips and tricks for staying healthy. Oops, if I could spell. Healthy, happy, and hot. Click here. And all you have to do is hyperlink, and this is the big one. This only took me, I'm not even joking you, 5 hours and many tears. I had no idea how to hyperlink. So little things like that, big stuff for me. Then you can also say, download your awesome free guide. And then you can hyperlink that right there. And you can link that to a Dropbox. For example, this is the smoothie challenge that we just put together. So excited about it. And actually, it comes with a follow-up email, has a mini sales page, shopping list, welcome letter. But this is the actual guide. So what I would do, and people always actually ask, like, where do I share this? I think I shared, because people think you're supposed to share up here. Um, and actually, this is how beautiful it looks. I'm so excited. And like I said, I was laughing because Kim Scheider actually, I just got this email and I was like, oh my God, we are so in alignment. I was telling Michelle, I was like, that is so awesome. So this is a 14-day smoothie challenge that is a done for you smoothie challenge, with also 3 extra meals, like 3 days of meals for your clients. So what you actually want to do is right there. So this is the biggie. See right here, it gives you different options you can open. That's what you want to share. So you want to hit copy, go back, and I'm going to put this in here, right there. And so it wouldn't be the Thanksgiving guide. I would be sharing, the smoothie challenge. I would also, if I want, number 3, download your awesome and easy shopping list. And then I would go back and I would pull up the shopping list. Now you can share right from there, as you see, or you can open it if you need to edit, of course, like that. But here would be their shopping list that you would have. Suggested meals, how to do it, what they're getting, all that different stuff. And then boom, shopping list. And I would put in the handy dandy shopping list. Now, the other thing that you can do, and people ask this all the time, is automation is really important when you're a health coach. There is a way for you to manually add, things, but you can either give somebody a welcome letter like this. I mean, this is like, you can create a Facebook form. I highly encourage you. A mistake I made, and please do not make this. Start bringing people in a Facebook group, in a community. Build your community so that you really can, communicate with people. So you're not putting your marketing efforts in 50,000 different places. How many of you do that? How many of you feel like, oh my God, I'm marketing this, I'm marketing this? Well, isn't it nice if you just have people in one place? So you can either attach this letter, edited, of course, attach this letter, put, your deep love there. If you want to actually, many of you who sell extra stuff, if you want to put in different links to things, you can either open that or you can share that link, of course. And then go back and let's just say, and then put in all your yada, 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 love, love, love. And this is where I would invite people to work with me. Or if you were inviting them to your program, if but this is the easy peasy way. So you're saving that, you're saving that. We can go back to our list, and that's where I would put the 3D. And we can go find our rock list, test Rockstar. So if I wanted to just add a person, and people email me all the time, from my web, and they say, oh my God, I found you. I can tell, do you want me to add you to this? You can add this, and they should get that. Now, the other thing that Michelle will actually talk about in a few minutes is how to do automation, because this is really where you're going to build your relationship. That is what I call my quick, thing. And you'll see, even I did this Hip Mama 14-day cleanse. It was real. I actually took 2 of the programs, and 2 opt-ins, I think, Michelle, right? 2 opt-ins, and put people in a forum, and it was really fun. I mean, it was awesome. And so a lot of that is also you getting exposure. Many of you, like I said, sell products, sell oils. You want to be able to be leading them to where you want to be communicating with them so that you can lead them to work with you. So pique your new interest on social media, on your site. The other thing that you can do, and I just want to actually show you this, and then I'm going to actually have Michelle show you something. So if we go to general forms, The same thing can be done. Like right here, you can have a whole blog. So if I go here and say say I'm talking about like winter detox and killer smoothies, because I'm going to launch this myself. And I write a whole blog about digestive wellness and smoothies and how to warm up a smoothie with spices like cayenne and ginger and turmeric, and having tea in between. I can invite them, like, join my smoothie challenge, and say I've written this whole piece and maybe done a little cute video or put in a picture of like me drinking a smoothie or my kids or something like that. Join my smoothie challenge here. And all you're doing right here is the same thing. You're just hyperlinking that right there. And that is your sign up form. So say you've written a whole blog, you can say even PS, if you love smoothies, and I know you do, join my smoothie challenge. Put in some pictures, take a video. Again, this could be any opt-in you have, whether this is essential oils, whether this is the smoothie challenge that, you know, is here that we have available for coaches, whether this is one that you already have, or even just creating an interest list for an event. So that is that part. Michelle, do you want to show automation, and then we can talk about the smoothie challenge and the next part?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna flip.
I think you just have to hand over the
Mm-hmm.
presenting.
All right.
Can you see my screen okay?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so as far as automation goes, right here at the top in MailChimp, go to Create Automation Workflow, and then select the list, and that was the list that was just created. Now, it's going to give you a couple of different options. You can choose a welcome message if you just want to be, you know, if you just want to send one welcome message and that's it. Or like a welcome series, I always suggest, because that's when, you know, you can, you know, just have follow up and do more with it, and I'll show you that in just a second. So we'll add this as the smoothie challenge. This is, as you can see, is for internal use only, so only you see this, they don't see this. So just put like smoothie challenge automation. Everything else stays the same as far as all that goes, and then hit next. Now, you want to trigger the workflow when subscribers are imported. So like Rachel showed you how to do the easy way, and then she showed you how to add a subscriber to that list. Sometimes that that final welcome email doesn't trigger. So it's always best to use automation. I've never experienced an issue when it's done in automation. So trigger the workflow when subscribers are imported. That's like when you add somebody or import an entire list or whatever. I think the best way is really to, let's just say like 5 emails. And then you can change this. Let's say this was the welcome. You would change this to immediately. And then you can change the delay in all of these that are following. So let's say you're doing like the 14-day smoothie challenge. So you have, you know, a welcome email, and then they join your Facebook group, and, you know, they get into that, and then you want to check in with them. It could be a daily check-in, unless, you know, you don't want to, you know, write 14 emails or do whatever. Just check in with them, like maybe, you know, once a week even, you know, before the group closes. You can make one of these, you know, 14 days later, like a check-in leading to one of your done-for-you programs that you've, you know, got from Rachel, or, you know, a detox, you know, revitalize, whatever. So let's just go into this one, for example. So we'll design one just to show you. And then let's just say like this is you know, a welcome. This they do say. So let's just make this look a little bit better. So like, you know, welcome, your smoothie guide is here. And then let's just go with like a one column is really easy to edit. Now, this is one of the banners actually that are included without the wording into the new smoothie challenge that's about to launch, which is really amazing. So I just added like some text really quick.
I love
And
that
then
word.
this is where it's actually, I think it's called Smoothie Shop and it's free, which is really funny. But so like right here, I have this welcome. Like you can use this, or let's say you wanted it in automation also, because we do know some people aren't quick to download or anything like that, you know, and they're a little bit more old school. So you can just copy and paste it right into there, and then like obviously format this totally. So if you wanted to go down and even clear this style and start from scratch and make it look all nice and add your links in here the same way that Rachel showed you before is the same way you would do it in here by simply, you know, taking that little paper clip, it'll pop up. You could do one of two things. You can, you know, do the web address, or you can like choose a file and then you would just upload it directly. Save and close, hit next, and then, you know, you would want it to go as soon as possible. Sometimes people ask me like, oh, should I send it at a certain time? But don't do that. As soon as possible is always better, especially like if time zones differ and all that other stuff.
And this is also
So,
the same for your programs. I think a lot of people get
mhm,
stuck in automation, and to take that havoc and that chaos out of your business, the more that you can learn this piece, MailChimp or Aweber, your life will flow so differently, because not only will it be automated, but you'll have a really clear picture of what that sales funnel and that communication is. Or if you are dripping out, or if you're selling a program and you're dripping out material, or you want to communicate with somebody every 3 days or halfway through the program and say, hey, if you need more support. And that's why Michelle was saying, say it's 3 days later after the first email right here. That's a great time for you to be able to communicate. But like I said, the more that you can figure out this piece, it will alleviate so much stress in your business and also make you a better entrepreneur.
absolutely. And you know, like how we just made the, let's say this is my personal perspective. Like I do a lot of observing and, you know, what people send me even when I sign up for things. So like let's say for the welcome email, you want that to look really pretty. They know that that's an automated thing. They know that they're signing up for something, they're going to get the same email. Everybody's going to get the same email. That may even be for like checking in during the actual challenge. But let's say we get down to, let's say, email number 4. Let's say the challenge emails are over. You know, the group has ended. You've already sent the final, like, thank you so much for joining me. Now it's like 14 days later, and you want to come into this email, and you really want to make it look a little bit more personal, as if you're almost sending it to a more personal, like, individual level. So for, like, the email, you know, just say, like, something simple, like, how'd it go? You know, or just something easy, something that looks like you actually sent it from your own email, not like mass populated. Hit the one column again. Something like this, I would totally eliminate the top image, and I would even eliminate this, and I would totally make this look like you're sending them a personal email. Like eliminate everything, like all of this, and you can make it look like you're sending them like a direct email. And when they reply, you'll get it right to your inbox. But make it like a little bit more, you know, personal, like, hey, and this is where you would hit a merge tag, first name, you know, obviously edit the size of the font and all that, and then just make it more personal. Like, you know, I'm so excited that you joined me on the smoothie challenge. You know, I really want you to to see what's going on right now. I have this detox going on. I really think you could benefit from, you get XXXX benefit, and just list it that way. And this would be like your follow-up. And like Rachel said, gateway them to your programs, to working with you personally, one-to-one, all the different ways that they can work with you. And something that's like really cool too is you can add, let's say you're doing like another challenge. Let's say they didn't convert, they didn't buy. That doesn't mean that you're done, talking to them. You can even add in your automation something for like 21 days later. Let's say you have another webinar coming up. You can invite them to that. So the follow-up series of workflow is like really like awesome. So you could do so many things. And there is one other thing here.
And I think you bring up a great point, Michelle, and then we're even going to answer a few questions. That is such a valuable point because, our opt-in lists, people are not expecting necessarily to hear from you in 21 days. But when you're communicating with someone in 21 days, even 3 months down the line, and say, hey, I know you signed up for that, 3 months ago. It was really great to have you. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing health histories. I'm doing free strategy sessions, discovery sessions for 20 minutes, which are typically valued at, let's just say $75. And I want to personally invite you, or you and your significant other, to a strategy session. I think it's another way of communicating with people about what you have to offer instead of letting your list just go dry.
Absolutely. And just really quick to show you this brand new feature in MailChimp. It's like never been talked about on anything else we've ever done. In right here where it says, like, let's say we say wait 8 weeks, okay? I want you to see right here where it says after previous email is sent. That used to just be the way it was. There was no other options. Now you can click down and you can really personalize your workflow to, let's say after 8 weeks they opened the email, or let's say they didn't open it and you want to say, hey, I see that you missed, you make that for like 2 days later. Hey, I see that you didn't open the email. It won't go to your entire list. It'll segment it. So they'll see, MailChimp has made it so that you could see who didn't click and send them a different email, who didn't open, who clicked, who opened, and all of that. And really personalize your workflow, because the follow-up is the way to make your freebies, go like Rachel, 20,000, which is a huge goal for a lot of people.
For a lot of people who I talk to, they say I have a very small list. But one of the business podcasts that I was listening today is that even if you have 40 people, if you really get to know those 40 people, if you send out an email from those people who opted in to a free call, to an event, to anything that you're doing, and you say, I want to invite you to a strategy session, or to find out what's going on with you, how can I best serve you? You're really warming up to those 40 people. You can convert 10 of them to be one-on-one clients. That's how you actually say, I'm going to get 10 clients in 30 days, because you really warm up to a specific list and work that specific list. Somebody is saying, can you personalize the automated letters? You can personalize them all with banners, with looks, with different templates. You can even have a designer make a template to make it easy on you, so that you have one standard template. And that's also great for branding, for consistency. Find the colors that are used on your website. Mary Jo and a few other people asked, did you find Leadpages sometimes does not give you the count for lists of subscribers? I think this happens in a lot of different places, whether it's GoToWebinar, linking with something. Always make sure that you're looking at your MailChimp list and making sure that they're signing up, or that the connection is proper. We have some of that same problems with GoToWebinar connecting to our mail service, that the connection doesn't work properly. So I would say, make sure that you kind of have a backup plan sometimes, if you're finding that that's a problem, or just contact customer service. Let me see.
And just so you can see here, like you can see this screen, when I hit next, you would typically hit start workflow. You just need to make sure that you add yourself, or like a test email, usually yourself, to the list first. This way, because an automation cannot begin unless somebody is in the list. So add yourself, and then you can hit start workflow, and then bam, you're done. And that's how you would do it in automation.
And then somebody's asking, and I do apologize if I was smacking my hand. Somebody said, please stop. It sounds like, chalkboard. When I get excited, I smack my hand. So I apologize if it was, disruptive at all to the call. Many know me that I get a little excited about things I'm passionate about. So I truly apologize if that was annoying to anybody. And another person is saying, why would you do it in Dropbox instead of creating a page on your blog? That's a great question. Number one is you can create an opt-in page anywhere. I mean, whether it's lead pages or a blog. And if you want to upload the file to the back of your blog in a file, you can, without a doubt. And make it, make it so that file is back there. Sometimes if you have a lot of files back there, all of a sudden it starts to drain the quickness or the speed of your site. But unless you're doing that a lot, but you also want to make sure that you're capturing lists. So that would be the only reason I would not directly upload it to the back of my site unless you had the opt-in on the front of your site and you kept a thank you page there on your site, which is a great way, nice for branding, also wonderful for people to get that personalized touch from you. But again, if you're doing it under a blog, remember the whole point is to capture emails. If you're doing it right on your site, and somebody opts in, you can easily have a designer, or if you know how to do a thank you page, have that file built right into your site so that either it's in Amazon or it's in a place that's stable as Dropbox. Often about 3 times a year does security checks and will actually break files. So to even just wrap up this night, I mean, there are 2 powerful ways that you can even join the fun. I always say I like to think we have a lot of fun. One is that I do have the smoothie challenge. It's actually right here. If you go to Rachel's Wellness, we just launched this the other day. So totally excited. So if you go right here to shop, you can get the smoothie challenge, totally easy for you to edit. I had a few coaches who bought it already just the other day, like right before. We didn't even announce that it was happening, but it went up on the site and they found it and they were like, oh my God, I'm launching this, isn't it? It's really easy to edit. So you can check out the whole sales page, and this is even what it looks like. I love this. It's $57. What's included is you have a shopping list, 3D cover, welcome letter, follow-up letter. And like we said, don't just do that one follow-up letter. Really take the time to spend either the extra money working with somebody like Michelle who writes copy or writing them yourself to create those extra letters, because that's really where you're going to build your business. The other thing is, and you also get forum access. So if you buy this, you're getting forum access into one of our forums that do not shut. It's not seasonal. So you'll get business tips on how to do this. The other thing that everyone has been asking me is, were we going to do the Healthy Hustle again? And so we're going to do it January 31st. The Healthy Hustle is $179. That is like even more than 100 less than working with me for an hour. But I wanted to have a place, and coaches were even saying that so many coaches needed a place to mastermind, needed a place to understand how to put their work with me together, how to use their programs online and offline, how to understand social media, marketing their message. You not only get an opt-in freebie in there, but you get a brand new PowerPoint. We're going to show you how to do Google Hangout, because so many people can't afford, $100 a month for GoToWebinar. And whether it's Google Hangout or Zoom or Webinar Jam, but Webinar Jam still Google Hangout. We're going to show you exactly step by step how to do that. You not only get myself, but Michelle Wisdom Alice is also on those calls. We have an interactive group, tons of business tools. You should see so many coaches have said, God, if I knew this is how much we were getting in here. I post, not only tools that I use, but also answer your questions. And that's the whole point. We're also going to do breakout hot seat sessions. So you're going to have classes, but you're also going to have smaller groups and accountability partners. So if you've been in the Healthy Hustle and you're coming back, you'll get a coupon code. If you're new to the Healthy Hustle, there is all new materials, and we will be adding extra materials as well. We give subject lines, tweets, Facebook. I mean, you name it, it happens in there. We even go over launch calendars, planning. And launching doesn't mean that you're necessarily even launching, a program. It could be just launching, an opt-in freebie, launching a challenge, knowing the sequence of emails, how often to send them, what copy to write, what copy gets spammed, all of those different things that we as coaches need to know in order for our businesses to thrive. So with that being said, two things that are just happening, which is one, the smoothie challenge. It's 14 days plus you get 3 days of clean eating meals that you can deliver to your clients. You could sell this, and do that as a lead magnet. Many people, sell like cookbooks or different things like this for like $7 to lead people and then do that follow up. You could run this free and then run people, lead them to your program. Either way, if you don't join that challenge or don't buy it, learn MailChimp, take a look at your site, see if your message is clear. If you want to join the Healthy Hustle, this is happening now. Like I said, doors are open. We start January 31st. It's really exciting. I love it. I've been just blown away by the success and that coaches have, because I know for me, I felt so stuck and I felt so alone. And even still to this day, there are days that I question myself. Am I doing this right? Can somebody look at my work with me? How do I get this launched? Am I, is my message right? How do I relaunch if a launch doesn't work well? Am I launching at the right times? Because, there is a true and tried plan, I always say, system, but it also has to be different and unique to you. And it has to work for your style of coaching. And that's our job, is to help you mastermind and hustle your business. Most people that we work with work 9-to-5 jobs. And so you're hustling at night, you're hustling in the morning, and you want to not do this as a hobby. You want to really change lives. So if you have any questions about if this is right for you, if the smoothie challenge is right for you, or if you just came here to listen, that is awesome. I hope that you have a rockin' 2016, that your message is clear, your copy is clear, your brand is clear, and that you get the support you need. My business changed exponentially when I hired a coach, significantly. It changed when I got into masterminds. It changed when Michelle becomes my mastermind partner daily, because we get to talk all day. And that's really how our businesses grow. It doesn't grow when we do this alone. That's why Tony Robbins and Les Brown and that's why people have retreats. It grows when we're in a community and we have other like-minded individuals all with the same purpose. So it has been an amazing opportunity to be with you guys tonight. I look forward to seeing you, whether it's Healthy Hustle or whether you're rocking out a smoothie challenge and I'm seeing it on my Instagram feed or Pinterest or Google Plus, or I'm being invited to it, or I see it on your banner, because that's how you're going to build your list. And again, we might have a certain niche, but sometimes our niche, likes different opt-in freebies. That's how I built mine, by having so many different opt-in freebies, and seeing who liked what, who 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 needed to hear a certain message, who needed to not hear a certain message. So again, it's been a great opportunity to be with you guys tonight. My name is Rachel Feldman, joined tonight by Michelle Wisdom Ellis, and you can find all the information at www.rachelswellness.com. All right, guys, enjoy. It is Tuesday at 8 p.m. Go chill, drink a cup of dandelion and nettle tea. It is the winter. This is the time of the adrenals and kidneys. So if you're having some bags under your eyes, feeling a little under the weather or tired, get some nettle. It's got great iron and minerals, dandelion to help the liver. Have a spoonful of coconut oil or honey to calm the nervous system tonight, and have a killer sleep. So it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the forum or in the Healthy Hustle. Peace out, guys.